Recording in progress.
And here we go. Excuse me. Greetings, 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 everyone. This is Mikael Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. How is everyone doing this evening? It's night now. Well, not just a little after 9. No, it's night now. But otherwise, how's everyone doing tonight? It's 9 o'clock. Well, it's a little after 9 now. It's not actually 9. I'm starting a little after 9. But we're here tonight. Tonight is August 10th, 2025. This is August 10th, 2025. Today is my sister-in-law Lisa's Earth Day. Like to say happy Earth Day, Lisa. See, just say greetings and congratulations and happy Earth Day to you. We got a lot of Earth Days coming this month that I know of. As I said, mine was just past on the 7th, on this past Thursday. And I got a few other people coming up soon too. But other than that, I'd like to say greetings to my sister Lay. My sister Lay is on Zoom with us tonight. And this is Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation tonight. This Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. And we're not going to have our theme song tonight, which is to yourself, because my phone is out and my wife is using her phone because she's on another call right now. So I won't be able to use, and all my other devices is already occupied. So we won't be doing Keep It To Yourself tonight. But other than that, we will go on through with the prayer. And after the prayer, we can get started with whatever the Creator brings for us to speak on tonight. Or we have this is open conversation. So if anybody want anything they'd like to share or say, put it in the chat. And we can take it from there. So other than that, bliss be thou, Father of the universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Bliss be thou, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Bliss be the Father of Israel. Bliss be the Father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you, Father, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. We ask you to keep giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life, health, and strength, food, shelter, and clothing. Let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and prosperous in all that we do. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us, that we can help lead and guide others in your knowledge, your word, your ruach, and your way. We ask you to keep your armor of protection around us, help us in every way, and at all times. Allow us to retain your knowledge, your word, and your way as we speak and as we grow. We also ask you to forgive us of any sins that we have done, our ancestors and our forefathers. For we have transgressed against you, and you've also transgressed against us. We ask you to forgive us of our ways that we have done evilly against you and trespassing against you. We also ask you to lift the spirit of deep sleep from off of us and allow us to come and grow in your glorious light, in your word, and in your law, and in your Holy Spirit. We ask you to help us in every way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, or spiritual. In all these things we pray. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. All right. All right, son. Say again, son. We're out here. Mm-hmm. We out here. At least that's what it sounded like he said. All right. Well, this is Fight Fire with Truth. And Lay, just to share with you, I believe YouTube terminated my old my Juice Pro 2012, which is my my Michael Eric Harris, my Michael the Juice Harris page. I believe they terminated that one. So my new YouTube is Juice Pro 33. That's JUICE PRO 33 all together, condensed all together. JUICE PRO 30, which is 33. 33. And you can put that in your search engine, and then I'll ask, if you will, please like, subscribe, and share. And just to stay in contact with me, you can always go to my rumble.com/LKHYYM, or that's rumble.com or patreon.com/LKHYYM. You can catch me on there. That way, those are not going anywhere because those are my Patreon and they are my and my Rumble. In case you'd like to connect with me and see any of the other things that we've shared. All right. So other than that, this is open conversation tonight. You can leave your mic unless you got a lot of background noise, Lay. You can leave your mic open. We can have an open conversation. Whatever you want to talk about, you want to ask about, we can build on, or just anything you want to talk about. If there's anybody else that's coming in from the other platform, which is Facebook or Instagram and YouTube, which is Up Juice Pro 33.
Is it loud? Is it loud? Is my background loud?
Oh yeah, no, it's not. I mean, you good. You live. You good. It's open conversation tonight, and we just seeing where we are. So, is there anything you want to ask, talk about? You know,
Um, Not in particular. I just know that it's important right now that we stay prayed up.
stay prayed up. That's fact. That's fact. You know, with the Lionsgate, they talk about the new moon. The Lionsgate. It was a beautiful new moon that after I dropped my wife off at work this morning. You know, when we was going to work, the moon was beautiful, full, beautiful full moon we had tonight. Last night that was, and into this rising of the day. But other than that, you know, we know a lot of things is happening. A lot of things are going on. And Lay, I don't know if I shared with you, you know, me and Joanne, we're gonna be doing our introductory to sovereign class of knowledge on our introductory to sovereign class of knowledge on the first Tuesday in it's gonna be Zoom only. This is private. It's gonna be private. These are private classes we're gonna be having. And it's gonna be Zoom only. And for those that we know, we've been having a lot of trolls coming in. That's the reason why I got banned, or should I say terminated, because um, you know, it's my fault. I did a post called self accountability, self accountability. It was three words I said, or two words I said, but self accountability is accountable. I should have been accountable because I should have watched the information, monitor it, and edited it. Excuse me. I should have edited it without allowing. I didn't edit. I just went ahead and uploaded it and put it on, and they terminated that page. So that page is gone, and all my information, which I'm glad I record my stuff on my information, record all my information. I'm glad I recorded, and this way I can keep up with it. You know, a lot of things, information on YouTube got erased or whatever they did with it. But other than that, what I do have is what I recorded in on the full for the full spectrum of the videos. So I still have those. I'll be putting those on slowly but surely. And all you have to do is just connect with um, Juice Pro 33, and you'll be connected with me there as I still grow in content and information, and as I get better in the information that I've come to know on how to use YouTube and any other platform that I'm on. So other than that, you know, I'm just here. Just wanted to share with everybody as well. We've been going through the book of First Samuel, and yesterday we did Yah anointed Samuel David. Yah anoints David. We did that one yesterday, and then but a lot of other information came out as well. Yeah, David anointed king. That's what it's called. David anointed king. He was anointed king. We did that in 1 Samuel chapter 16 yesterday. Just shared that and went into a lot of other information that we just talking about. We talking about certain things about the abominations that's happening today, the reason why things are happening, the reason why people are in the position they're in today. And they don't understand why they are in the position they are in, and not mostly, and it's because they've been going against the law. You know, the creator, and one thing I think I like and think about G1, who's been coming, and he's really has gotten into the understanding of prophecy and the word of Yah, which is the word of the creator, and what he has said, and he understands what the creator stands for, and the reason why we are going through the hell that we've been going through, and for those who are coming out of the hell that they've been going through. So he got a great understanding on that, which I'm thankful. He's been coming and getting the understanding by listening, reading along, and checking the information out. Compared to, and he shared his point of view about his beliefs in time past because what was pushed on him and what was told to him compared to the understanding that he's getting with the information that's being shared. He's getting a clearer understanding with the information that's being shared today. And I'm thankful that the Father is allowing me to be that voice and that vessel to give understanding to the questions that's being asked. And for those whose mind is there, they can really see it. And his mind and Julia, Sister Julia's mind has been opened up to the knowledge and the information of the information that was prophesied, that was supposed to happen, that was supposed to come to pass. So I'm thankful of that. I'm thankful that the Creator using me as a vessel to show and to build so people can grow and build together. So other than that, everything happens for a reason. I even understood that this my old YouTube is back online for a purpose as well, because it's I'm regrowing that, even though my Juice Pro 2012 has been terminated, as far as I know. You all right, Mike?
Yes.
Food good?
Yes.
You finish it?
Yes.
Okay. Before you go to bed, make sure you put that in the sink, okay?
Yes.
All right. So, just here to see what we're going to talk about, what we're going to go through, what we're going to bring up. Things that's happening right now that maybe some of us know and understand. Hey, Lay, why you saying stay prayed up? Give me some information and some insight, sis. Give some insight. 'Cause I know you said about staying prayed up and certain things been happening. Can you give me some insight on your behalf on certain things that reason why you shared what you shared about being prayed up and whatever else that may have been going good for you or just been happening that you see, or things that we may be aware of that we can have a conversation about?
I would say that I said that because it's just very evident that there is a lot of malevolent forces out here that are becoming more powerful, and people are being influenced by them. And it's important for us to have discernment and clarity and boundaries. And one of the ways to amplify our discernment, amplify our clarity, amplify our boundaries is to pray.
That's fact.
And invite divinity in and show gratitude and ask exactly what we need for it, here to receive. But yes, the prayer, the power of prayer is miraculous.
That's
And it's just been a lot going on. I've had a pretty interesting year, and there was a point where I just paused and I was like, I'm not praying like I should be praying. I'm not breathing how I should be breathing. I'm not eating how I should be eating. I'm not listening how I should be listening. I was being given a lot of fortune. And I sort of got lost in the fortune. And I kept getting these warnings, kept getting these warnings. But really the overall message was that if I'm not going to take care of my affairs, somebody else is going to take care of it for me. And that's on every level. That's on my health, my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health, my financial affairs, just everything. And so I sort of just got hit with a wall and just like, I need to slow down, sit down, and focus in closer on what's really important.
There you go.
So that I can be prepared, because
there you go.
There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear about, the government is about to, the United States is about to collapse, the dollar is about to collapse, all those things. But the true way to prepare for that is to focus in and really accept in the opulence that the Creator wants to share with us. That's so right. That we can stewards of that.
Come on. That's it, girl. Come on. You got it.
decided that we don't deserve. We need to work. We need to work very, very hard to receive. And even then, we feel guilty, like we don't deserve. A lot of us self-sabotage and create chaos. A lot of us ignore those big, huge signs that say, I need to do this thing. And prayer really allows us to have that space with the Creator, have that conversation with the Creator, open up and allow more of that opulence to shine in so we can release that guilt, release that shame, release those urges to create chaos and self-sabotage and procrastinate. So that's why I was saying that. And a lot of people are being taken from this realm. A lot of people are being taken from this realm. And it's very important through the process that we stay prayed up, like we are fully in our bodies, fully connected to spirit. Spirit needs to be, the source needs to be running through our families, running into our romantic relationships, running through our businesses. Source needs to be fully present. That divine presence needs to be there. We tap into that. And it's interesting because I was talking to my partner, and yesterday she was like, yeah, you know, it's true that the base together stay together. And I was told that as a kid, and I prayed with my family, but I didn't take it with as much weight as I take it now. Like at this point in my life, when I pause with my family, when I pause and pray with my friends, when you come on and you pray, like that means a lot to me, to just pause and tap into source and show gratitude and give reverence and ask to be shed more light upon and then give gratitude and close out. Like that means so much more to me now.
That's fact. That's fact. Everything you said was on point because we're in that day and we're in that time right now. Even though me and Joanne, we look at, and you know what we look at. A lot of time we look at Eye of Wisdom on here, and a lot of time, a lot of confirmation comes out of Eye of Wisdom. And by a lot of confirmation coming from Eye of Wisdom and a lot of things that happen. And you 100% right about the prayer, about being taken out, being influenced. Everything you were saying you was on point 100%. Because the things that's going on right now today is it's a state that's happening right now that people don't even realize. Some of them are on it, some of them don't. Some of them are they're just living daily, day by day, not realizing what's happening, what's coming, or even their existence and the things that's happening, the things that's going on around them. So you was 100. You was 100 on that one, sis. So by sharing that, that's some information like you were saying. So about some things that came out with just me and my family today in Mississippi. My sisters, my brother, my mother, some things on that family situation that has to come about, and there's a lot of things that's happening in the spirit realm right now, and we have, like you said, we have to stay prayed up. We have to stay diligent on certain things, and if we don't do it, somebody else will. And when somebody else do it, it may not be in our favor. It may not be in our favor. So if it's not in our favor, it's going to be against us. That's why we got to stay headstrong, stay focused on the things that we're doing. And as long as you stay focused and you stay headstrong in it, and that is positive, what it is what's for you is going to be there for you, and it's going to happen for you. And this is where we need to be at, and we need to understand and grow in. So by we being where we are and growing where we are and coming to more knowledge of what we need to come to for where we are and for where we're going, we just got to be steadfast, stay strong in the things that we're doing and where we are, So by us going through these certain things and the things that's happening and where we are, these things is for our, number one, is for our learning, it's for our growth, it's for our intuition, it's for us to see what's going on around us and understand what's going on. Is we have to recognize prophecy and stuff that's happening. That's what I like to talk about. I like to get in on the prophecy and the things that's happening around us, showing where we are today, showing where we need to be and how we're to stand and how we're supposed to stand and should be standing, because we are supposed to be the light. We're supposed to be the light to show the truth. When I say we, I'm talking about we as a people in general, but for those who are awoken and those who know who they are and where they are and the things that we're speaking on. So just as LA, you was right on point, and I was glad you opened up the way you did. I was thankful you opened up, because what you were saying, you meant it, you felt it, and I heard it. And you was on point. That's the most I heard you say in a long time. I ain't heard you say that much in a long time, but I know you felt it from your inner being, from your soul. So it's a lot of things happening right now. A lot of things happening, a lot of things going on, but we have to recognize the times we're in. We have to recognize the day, the time, the atmosphere we're in. I wisdom always talk about the moon portal. The moon portal. Certain things happen at a certain time. Certain things gonna be locked down. Certain things you got to keep your mind straight, straightforward, positive. Excuse me. So we got to be straight up and straightforward. And the prayer, we got to stay prayed up, prayed strong, and just headstrong with prayer. And not only out loud. I call meditation is silent prayer. Meditation is a prayer in silence. When we pray, when we meditate, it's like you're praying in silence. You're meditating. You're not saying anything. Your mind is focused. You're actually focused on, like you say, source, the creator, the almighty, the all of alls. And he will lead and guide you. And the spirit, which is the feminine, I like to say the feminine spirit, which is the Holy Spirit, which connects us to the creator, which is the masculine spirit. And I'm gonna say it like that because that's what it is. It says in Proverbs chapter 8 and 9. All of chapter 8 through 9, verse 12. All the way through from 8 and 1 through 9, chapter 9, verse 12. Talks about she, which is the anointing spirit that was with Yah the whole time. Actually, 7 of them, but that's just another story. But the whole thing is that the spirit upon us will allow us to grow and understand and to know what it is that's needed. And by the Father speaking prophecy, we have to have the understanding of prophecy. And what you were saying is where we at right now. And I'm going to go here again to Revelation 22, verse 15 and 14 and 15. And this is where we at today. People don't even realize it. But this is where we at today. And this is happening right now. We're in this time. We have a lot of things is happening, but we are here right now as well. Revelation 22, verse 14 and 15 states, 14 and 15 states this. Exactly what you're saying, Lay. It states this, and this is your key for everybody. It says, bliss are they, this is Revelation 22, verse 14. Bliss, it say be less, but I like to say bliss. Bliss are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. The gates of the city. But 15, for without of the city are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Now this is the point of what my sister was just talking about. This right here, for without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. These are the ones who are not connected. A lot of people say they're connected, but really are not. We go through that all the time too, and people don't even know it. A lot of people say they're connected, but they're not connected with the creator, source. They're not created. They're not created. They're not connected. The reason why they're not connected is because of what? Verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, which is the key. Are they which do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life. See, that's your right if you do the law. What does it say at the end of the second commandment? But have mercy upon thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Verse 15, again, for without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Now that coincides with verse 11 when it says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. That's for 15. That and 15 coincide. But this part goes with 14. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Why? Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. But the key over here with this is starting at verse, what's that, 6? The anointing is to come quickly. It says Christ is to come quickly. It says, and he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true. And Yah of the holy prophets sent his angel to show unto his servants the things which must surely be done. And this angel is all the prophets. All the prophets are the creator's angels because they are ambassadors. But you're going to find out right here in a few moments in verse 8 and 9, the understanding of what an angel is, being a prophet and a brother of Israel. Unto his servants the things which must surely be done. Verse 7, 22, Revelation 20:27 says, behold, this is the Spirit speaking. A lot of people think this is Jesus. No, this is the Spirit. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. And that's the key. This book from Genesis to Revelation, if you understand the prophecies, then you're good. And the law. You got to keep the law, but the prophecies is the key. The sayings of the prophecy of this book. There's my brother G1 coming in. Good to see you, G1. Glad you can make it, bro. Got our sister Layla here with us today. We ain't seen her in a little while, but we're glad that she's here. Verse 8. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet. And this is what I try to get people to understand when it comes to the world worshiping Jesus. The world is John. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel. A lot of people would say Jesus, prophet, or anybody out here that's physical who they were bowed to. Some people is bowing to Farrakhan, Prophet Muhammad, and anybody else. I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Verse 9. And I go over this to get people to understand that we're not supposed to worship no man, nobody. Jesus, Yahshua, whoever, nobody. Emmanuel, Prophet Muhammad, Farrakhan, Buddha, whoever. We're not supposed to worship nobody. First commandment is thou shalt have no other God before me. When you bow down and just the fact that you giving him in his name, you're worshiping an idol. Then said he unto me, see thou do it not. This is what the angel told him. I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. 9 again. Then said he unto me, see thou do it not. Don't do that. Get your butt up. For I am thy fellow servant. The angel said he was a servant. And of thy brethren. That means the same thing that was said over in Deuteronomy chapter 18. He said, I will raise up unto you a prophet of thy brethren. He said, I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren the prophets. So that angel is no different than a prophet or a servant of Yah. That's all the angel is, a message bearer. And of them which keep the sayings of this book, what did it say up top? What did the Spirit say? Verse 7. Behold, I come quickly. Just said, let you know. I'm sorry, G1. When Revelation 22, I just sharing something. Well, I'll get to that in a few seconds. I'll tell you what Lake said in a few moments, and then I get back to that as I get to this point. Verse 20, Revelation 22 and 7 said, behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. Now let's go back down here to 9. Then said he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, the prophets, and of them which what? Said same thing, verse 7. And of them which keep the sayings of this book. Then what did it say after that? Worship God. Worship Yah. Worship the all of all. Worship source. That's who we're supposed to be worshiping. Only. Only. We got many titles that we give him, but he's the all of all, the spirit of all spirits, the spirit of life. That's who we worship. Ain't no in Jesus' name, ain't no in Yeshua's name, ain't no in Emmanuel's name, ain't no in Prophet Muhammad's name, ain't no Farrakhan's name or name of Buddha, whoever else. Worship Yah, Creator, Almighty, Source. You know who you're talking about. You know you ain't dealing with no physical being. And verse 10 says, and he said unto me, seal not the sayings. See, he also said, he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book. That's the third time he mentioned. Third time prophecy is mentioned here. You mentioned in verse 7, mentioned in verse 9, and also verse 10. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. Same thing what I'm saying. Now to tell you, G1, when late was we just got started, and I was asking my sister Lay, she was asking a few months ago, she mentioned to me before we really got on about, about prayer, and it's time to wake up, and we see a lot of things happening in this day and time, and we see certain things happening, and the way she broke it down, bro, she went on a beautiful rant. When I say a beautiful rant, she put it out there, she laid it out there, and it was the most, like I said, most I heard her say in a long time, but it was meant for her to say, because what she said was fact and true. And what we just said there again is right here at the end of verse 10, for the time is at hand. That time is now. Our time now to get closer to the Creator, get closer to His Word, get to understand the Creator, keep His commandments, as it says over here in 14, blessed are they that do His commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life. They may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. So, my brother G1, come on in, bro. It's open night tonight. Come and give me some convo, bro. I just wanted to share that with my sister since, she came in strong and hot, saying about prayer, staying prayed up. A lot of things are happening right now. And I was just sharing with her about our wisdom. But before you get started, because I want to tell you this. It was 2 posts that I've shared on my Facebook and with G1 and a lot of other people. G1 gave a beautiful breakdown of these 2 posts. I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but he did a beautiful breakdown on that according to what's happening in today. And he mainly spoke on, what he spoke on is what you brought out. But come on, G1, open up with us, bro.
Oh, well, yeah, peace. I'm sorry for being late, bro. I almost forgot it was, I got the reminder like 5 minutes before, and then next thing you know, I started getting distracted with something.
It's all good. It's good that you're here, bro. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, but as far as adding on, I haven't really caught on to where we was at in the subject. So it's like I'm just trying to like tune in and catch where we at.
Yeah, it's really no subject. It's just that today is open conversation. This is the first day of the week. Well, second night actually now. But this is Sunday night. So this is open conversation. This is Fight Fire with Truth. So, but what happened was that after I did the prayer, come Lay, she shared when she got on. She just saying about prayer, about praying, and just about being. She just mainly saying be aware. Being aware of the times that we're in, because a lot of things is happening right now. A lot of people is on it, and I like the way she really broke it down, bro. She share her point of view about what's happening today, what we need to be doing. We need to stay prayed up. We need to keep our prayer on point, and she really laid it down. And then, so after she got done, I congratulated her. That's the first time I heard her talk. When she went off, it was beautiful. So I just adding to it, and I just went to this point of scripture that I remember seeing that come to my mind when she was talking, and I just shared that point of view. So really it's not. Oh, it's just open conversation. I really would like to get into more conversation what we were talking about yesterday as well, like what we talking about eating, the certain things that we should be eating, the reason why the world is going through so much hell because how we was having a conversation yesterday about the food that people are eating. They messing up on the dietary laws and all the other stuff.
That's funny you brought that up because I was thinking about the Shabbat. How you talking about you got to prepare the food 2 days. Now when you say for the 2 days, that's for like you said for Shabbat and for Sunday, right?
No, it's actually you're doing it for 2 days, which is on the sixth day, which is Friday. We call Friday. The sixth day is when we're supposed to prepare for 2 days. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick.
Yeah, the thought of what I was trying to get to, it was because you know how they switch Shabbat with Sunday, like how a lot of churches they look at Sunday as the day of rest.
Right.
Or a lot of Christian churches they make Sunday like the big day. And I was thinking about Sunday dinner. A lot of people will make that Sunday dinner.
Right.
That how Sunday dinner got switched also from like maybe the big preparation would be the Friday, like you said, where you cook enough for the, you know what I'm saying?
You cook for 2 days. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Right. So I'm thinking, is that how Sunday dinner became into really because they switched it like that? I was just thinking about stuff like that.
I understand. I understand exactly what you mean. But what it was is this. You got your book?
I have the app open, but where you at?
Let's go to Exodus chapter 16.
All right, get on. Okay, which part you talking about?
Okay. And Exodus chapter 16, I'm gonna show you where, even though it's in the law, where actually the Father said rest on the seventh day, but what I mean is I'm gonna show you where when they was in the wilderness, the Father sent them manna. Matter of fact, we'll start at verse 12. Hold on. Matter of fact, we'll start right here at trying to see what.
That 12 Bible says that even ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall be filled with bread. That made me think about like stuff like in the morning, like breakfast, people eat pancakes, or like you said, dinner be more savory. Like you said, you had a main course with a piece of meat type thing. Like, is this how the origins of certain menus? You know what I mean? Like breakfast, lunch, like,
Right.
like stuff like that. Like, these the origins of how we eat certain foods. But now it's just whatever. Like, now people have gotten on,
Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at let's start at the beginning of 16. Let's just walk through it a little bit. Just look at some information. You with us, lady? Hope you with us, baby girl. We'll talk a little bit about the preparation day, but let's go into the reason why we have preparation day on the 6th day. We on Exodus chapter 16.
Now go over to say the 6 days just so we can be clear what the day is. You know what I mean?
Say again, bro.
Like, and just to be clear on when you say the 6th day, where does that start?
Okay, there you go. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad this is open conversation. Okay, the first day of the week is actually what we call Sunday, which was today, right?
Yeah, but we was on the 6th day. Like,
right.
First day of the week. I'm saying what is clearly the 6th day, beginning and ending. Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you asked. The beginning of the 6th day starts in the breaking of the day. That starts the 6th day.
And remember, use regular time that people is on the Roman time that we use.
I got you, bro. I got you. Now, you asked about the day. We ain't gonna talk about we're gonna get to the cycle in a second, but let's get to the day first. The day we have 2 halves of a day. We have the 6 hours, we just say 6 hours of morning, 6 hours of evening, right? The breaking of the day is the beginning of the day, daylight period.
So is that when the sun starts, we start to see?
That's when you first see sunlight.
Because you know it takes 8 minutes for the sun's light to hit the earth. So once the sun, side of the earth starts turning, because it's just the sun is not rising and setting. It's the earth is spinning around.
Exactly.
At the time where I was rotating around the sun, so that one side of the earth is showing facing the sun and one side is not. So
exactly.
one side starts to come back to wherever you at in the planet. Once your side of the earth starts facing the sun in 8 minutes as it takes the sun to hit the earth's surface.
Whenever the breaking of day, whenever the light shows.
Okay, yeah, that makes it very
whenever the breaking of day, that's why it's called breaking of day. That's when the light starts. First start to see the breaking of light. That's before the sun even come up.
Daybreak. So daybreak means when you first start to see light after the night.
Right. There you go. After the night. But the night is first. Right? We're gonna get to understand.
So then does the night start the day or does daybreak start the day?
Daybreak starts the day. The night starts the cycle.
So now why are we differentiating night cycle between days?
Because you have 12 hours a night and you have 12 hours a day, which is 24 hours, right?
So do we need to look at both or we only look at one?
We look at the cycle as both, but you look at the day as one and you look at night as one. Good. I'm glad we're there.
I mean, it got to be clear.
No. Let's clear everything up.
Because the 85 is foreign. They going by only the Roman clock.
I know. But let's go with words. Let's go with words, get clear. Go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 14.
All right, hold on. Let me switch out of Exodus. Go to Genesis. What you said, Genesis what?
1, verse 14. We're going to get this, we're going to clear this up. I'm glad to open conversation. Lay, you with us, girl? Okay, do you got scripture with you? If you don't, you can go to your phone and pull up I would say King James version, but pull up scripture on the phone if you don't have a Bible, and we're gonna show how everything is straight from one point to another, because the Romans has messed up the time, and the Romans got everybody's mind boggled and messed up from true time, from the way the Creator has set it up.
I'm following along. I don't have my scripture with me, but I've been studying.
Okay, if you don't mind, write down and then go over it if you get time, because this is when G1, which I'm thankful, G1, my screen was stuck one day, and G1 was just listening to my voice, and he was reading along with me. He started really understand some things on a different level, which I'm thankful. I'm thankful for. Thankful to the creator for. But we're gonna start with the 4th day. All right, G.
No, you said Genesis 14.
Yeah, Genesis 1, verse 14.
Right. Okay.
Okay, this is the 4th day. We're going to start there because here is when the light, the greater light and the lesser light was made. That's the reason why we're going to start here, Genesis 1:14. And it says, and Yah, God, said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide. Divide means to separate, right? You with me?
Yes.
Divide means separate, so it's two different sides.
It's two parts.
Right. To divide the day from the night. I was trying to share this with a brother on Facebook last year sometime. And we was going about maybe 2 weeks. And I'm typing to him, he's using the hours and this and that. And it came down to the point where I said, don't use your own words, use what's written in the book. And when he did that, he stopped going back and forth with me. I think he caught it. Because when I showed him that, he kept trying to say 24 hours.
Yeah, a lot of people are programmed, so you remember.
There you go, bro.
Sometimes you gotta unlearn the miseducation.
There you go.
So that means, yeah, it's kind of hard for people to get it all the time because they got certain, you know, in class they made you, remember when you was about 5 years old and they teaching you the clock in kindergarten or whatever?
There you go.
How to tell the time. Yeah, so they beat it in your head early, you know what I mean? So now you stuck with that in your mind. So
this is programming.
it's hard for a lot of people to get it. But yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. It's programming. So verse 14, right, he says, and Yah said, let there be lights in the firmament, meaning in the heavens, of the heaven to divide, means separate the day from the night. Then it says, and let them be for signs, for seasons, for days and years, right? They're going to divide these things. Now, the day and night going to make these things up. The day and night make years. The day and night make signs. The day and night makes the day and the night, and it makes seasons, days, years, and the signs.
Well, you know, the sun is a star, so I look at that also as to look to the constellations. Like you said, you know what time of the year, the seasons, based on
Right.
Because that's a clock, the real.
That's right. They're both of the sun and the moon is a time clock, because the moon is they use the moon as the beginning of the month.
It has cycles too. It goes through a 28-day cycle.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So what you say? A 28-day what? Cycle.
The moon reflects basically the light of the sun. It has no light of its own.
Right. But the key is the division of it for the earth and for the people in the certain times that's set. So if we go ahead and look here, it says, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. 15. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. So both of them give light upon the earth. The lesser light for the night, the greater light for the day. We just look at it like that for the time point of what's being said. Verse 16. And Yah made two great lights. These are two great lights. Listen, the greater light to rule the day, what we call the sun, right? And it says, and the lesser light to...
Let's not forget that. But yeah, go ahead.
Say that again?
I said, which is a star, but let's not keep...
That's right. That's right. It says, and Yah made two great lights. It may be a star, but it's a great light, because all the rest of the stars in the heavens as well is not as bright as...
Because it goes on to say he made the stars.
Exactly.
That's just our star for our star.
There you go. There you go. So it says, and Yah made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. The division. You got a light for the night, a light for the day. He made the stars also. Now, verse 17. And Yah set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. A greater light for the day, a lesser light for the night. 18. And to rule over the day. See, now we got to understand what's going to make a day. See, and this is what the brother kept slipping. It said, and to rule over the day and over the night. Still a division. And to divide the light from the darkness. To divide the light, the day, from the darkness, which is at night. And which we will also call the light righteousness and darkness wickedness. But we're looking at just light and dark right now. And,
that's more of a mental light.
huh?
I said what you was referring to is the light and darkness as far as mentally.
Exactly. Because this light and darkness you will see in Genesis 1 verse 2 and verse 3. So you'll see this light and darkness there before we get to the actual greater light and darker night. That's the reason why I make that point there, so people understand, even though he's talking about the greater light for the day and the darker light, the lesser light for the night, he also said, and to divide the light from the darkness, and Yah saw that it was good. And what does 19 say? And the evening and the morning was the fourth day. You don't, and this is what I kept telling that brother. You don't see night there. When you see it says evening, everybody kept saying the evening was the night. I say evening is not night, bro. Evening is part of the day. No, evening is part of the night. It's the night. Evening is at night. Evening is at, after the sun goes down, that's the evening. No, it's not. What does it say right here? And when I told him, read it what the word says. Don't put your own words to it. See what it says. It said the evening and the morning was the fourth day. That means the evening was a part of the day and the morning is a part of the day. You got me on that? You got me on that, G1? Can you see it?
So the day has two parts, like you said.
The day has two parts. The evening, which is from noon, when the sun goes down. That's when the beginning of the evening is when the sun starts to go down. And that's the beginning of the evening. Mid-evening is 3 o'clock. What we call 3 o'clock. That's mid-evening. Late evening. Huh?
Listen, hold on. Oh, you going a little fast. So, like when the news, they might say midday is noon.
That's right. Well, midday is exactly. That's midday, which is.
So you saying it's 3 o'clock and not 12 noon?
No. Listen, that's middle of the day. Listen what I said. 3 o'clock is mid-evening, not midday.
So mid-evening starts.
There you go. See, the evening.
So if it's the evening will have to start before 3 o'clock if it's the middle of the evening.
There you go, bro. So if the evening start at 12, you got me?
So noon is the beginning of the evening?
There you go. It's the end of the morning and beginning of the evening.
And so the middle of the evening is 3?
3 o'clock. That's the middle of the evening. Do you understand? See,
That's the first time I've ever heard that word, middle of the evening.
you know why? Because we've been trained and taught the way the Romans taught the world. We got to put stuff back in order. That's the reason why when he said that.
Where'd you get up the term? Where'd you get that it's 3 o'clock? Where is this at? The Bible says.
Well, I put it like this. If we're using, like you said, well, let's use the clock of the day that we're using, right? Right?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. If we ain't gonna go with morning yet, we're gonna stick with evening right now. If when the sun starts to go down, remember, when you throw a ball in the air, it's going up.
Well, I know noon is supposed to be the highest point when the sun is at its peak
There you go.
in the sky. It's 12 noon is when you reach the brightest sunlight and all of that.
That's right.
Wherever side of the earth you're on, that's when it's like right.
There you go.
Whatever like that. And that's the hottest time of the day. All of that, the brightest sunlight. If it's a sunny day, that's gonna be the brightest point of sunlight.
Correct.
The 12 noon. So all right. So knowing that, that's the beginning of the evening. Because after that, like you said, it
Starts to go down. Just like this.
Now, the sun is not going around us, we're going around.
Exactly. But the fact is, the highest point, when you throw your ball up, you throw something in the air. The highest point is when it stopped going up and it started coming down. Right? Right? So look at this. When you're going up is morning, as it comes down is evening. When the sun hit its highest point, that's the end of the morning and the beginning of the evening. The beginning of the evening.
Is the end of the morning and the beginning of the evening.
Yes, sir. But we call it noon. That's the peak of the day.
Now, most people say midday, and when they say that on the news, most people think 12 noon. But you say
It's still the middle of the day because that's the beginning. That's the highest point.
Wouldn't that be the end though? Because like you said, it's reached its highest point. Wouldn't that be the end of the day?
No, because you got 2 parts to the day.
Now, wasn't it 12:01? Now it's heading down.
No, but listen, slow down. Check it out. It can't be the end of the day because it's at the middle of the day. This is the middle. Just like you got 12 midnight. The world starts a whole new cycle at the. Are you with? Huh? The world starts a whole new quote unquote day in the middle of the night at 12 midnight. The world does that because that's under the Roman Empire. Like I said before, you can't get, if this the middle of your arm, if this the middle, you can't get nothing new from the middle. This is the middle. You got to start here or start here. One place you got to start, you got to start from the beginning or at something. It's a new beginning.
Midnight is the beginning of the day.
Midnight is the middle of the night. We ain't gonna go to midnight yet. Let's finish up at the middle of the day first. Noon is where we at right now.
But yeah, we jumped to the middle without where the beginning is. What is the beginning of the day?
The beginning of what? The evening or the morning?
If you said that noon is the midday, right? That's the middle of the day.
That's the beginning of evening, which is the middle of the day.
So the noon is the midday and the beginning of the evening.
Check it out.
Wait, hold on. So if that's the case, then where is the beginning of the day?
The breaking of day is the beginning of morning.
And what time would that be considered?
That's what we call 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's just use the clock at 12, the 24-hour clock.
We already used 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So yeah, we gotta use that.
Okay, now the breaking of day, when the sun first starts to light, that's the beginning of day.
Which is usually around.
We say 6 in the morning.
Okay, depending on your location.
Yeah. We ain't gonna worry about the location. Let's just look at layman's terms.
You have to say that so people just don't assume everywhere is 6 a.m.
Oh yeah, we got that. But majority of the world knows that the middle of the night is 12 o'clock. So a lot of people, if we just gonna use the 12-hour or a 24-hour clock, let's just look at it like that. Let's just look at, because we know at any time we can be anywhere in the earth, but we all still use a certain time because in Mississippi, it's an hour later.
Yeah, California from New York is like 3 or 4.
Exactly. So let's just look at where we at the time that we know and understand. Okay. That way we can everybody can stay on the same timeline.
Some people who listening is not in America. That's why I'm pointing this.
It don't make a difference. It don't matter where they at. They still have a midday. They still have a breaking of day. It's still all understandable.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? No matter what. Let's just look at the light and the timing of the light period. But we're just using the clock for our time period of what we're looking at. So the breaking of day is at the beginning of the light period. So that means when it's like that, it's dark. We ain't gonna worry about the back. When it's like this, it's dark. When the breaking of day, soon as the first light hit, it ain't that bright. But soon as that's the beginning of day. That's the breaking of day. That's the morning. That's when the sun is going up. This is morning.
Daybreak, that's the same as beginning of the day.
There you go. Daybreak, beginning of the day. You got me?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. 9 o'clock. Since we got to go here before we get to the evening. 9 o'clock is the middle of the morning. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't have no questions about that.
Okay. You got the breaking of day, which is, let's just say 6 o'clock. Then you got 9 o'clock that we call 9 o'clock. That's mid-morning. That's the middle of the morning. Then you got 12 o'clock, which is the end of the morning and the beginning of the evening. Then you got the beginning of the evening to 3 o'clock, which is mid-evening. After mid-evening, then you got late evening when the sun sets. That's late evening. A lot of people call the sunset the beginning of evening. That's late evening because the sun is setting. Then when the sun go down, now you got the beginning of darkness, which is night. He said right here, 19, verse 19, and the evening and the morning. The evening and the morning is a day. This is what people fail to realize.
Wait, you started to read now. Where are you at?
This still Genesis 1. We're at the last verse on 19. Genesis 1:19.
Okay.
Read that last verse.
The 19 it said, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day.
Now, you don't see night there, do you?
Yeah, don't say nights. Because I have heard people say 11 in the evening or 10 in the evening, like the 10 o'clock evening news. You don't have to say night. You can say 10 o'clock evening, and that does mean night, basically. Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? The evening ain't a part of the night. The evening is a part of the day. This is where we got to put stuff.
Morning be part of the day?
Huh?
So morning is part of the night then?
No, morning is part of the day.
If evening is part of the day, how can morning not be part of the night?
Huh?
You said evening is the day or night. I'm lost now.
The evening is the day. Okay, I want you to read that 19. Read 19 again for yourself.
It says, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day.
Okay, what's the day?
The day is most how people look at, I look at the morning.
Okay, you saying morning is the day?
Yeah, because when you break day, they call that the morning, right?
Right. What do you call, what do you do?
You get up at 6 in the morning, you got to be here at work at 6 in the morning. That's breaking the day. Like,
That's right. Let me ask you a question. Do they? It's right. It is afternoon. Listen at the word. It's what? It's called.
afternoon.
Yeah, it's
I
after.
heard nobody say that. Oh, they'll say 3 o'clock in the daytime. They might say.
Right. But they'll never say.
You know what I mean? They'll say, no, it wasn't 3 at night. It was 3 in the day. Yeah, so I'll hear people call that 3 in the day or 3 in the afternoon, but I've never heard no one say 3 in the evening.
Exactly. Why haven't they said it?
I mean, it's just not what we was told.
There you go. Now,
Even going to Catholic church, like I said, Catholic school, they never, like, because I learned the clock and everything through Catholic. I went to Catholic school.
they're the ones who changed everything.
Yeah, so I never heard them even say it. And they using this book that we read.
I know that. But let me share with you what happened. Go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. Daniel 7:25.
Off the clock though?
Huh?
I don't want to get off the clock just to show
No. We ain't getting off the clock. We going back here, but I want to show you what happened. Daniel 7:25. Daniel 7:25.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get scroll to it. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and the law.
Wait a minute, say that again.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
And think to do what?
And think to change times and laws.
This is where we at today.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the Roman clock isn't, because that's why we having this whole clock.
Right.
So I'm not disputing that. I was never.
I got you. I got you. We're making understanding for anybody that come to this information and try to get a better understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm sure everybody else is kind of familiar with that as well. But yeah, that's quite obvious that they.
Right. But go ahead and finish that up. It said.
That's why we talking about this, so they would know that it's been tampered.
Right. So go to and right after they should think to change time and laws, and then what happens after that?
Oh, I thought that's all you wanted me to read. Let me go back. It's Daniel 7, you said, right?
Right. 7:25.
Now, where you want me to
7:25. I just wanted you to finish up from that point.
Oh, let me just start all over again. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change the times and the laws, and they shall be given into his land until the times of the dividing of time.
Right. So they should be given into his hand. To whose hand? Now we got to understand who he's talking about. Read verse 23. Verse 23. The same 7 and 23.
Yeah, I got it. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth.
Hold on. Read that again.
And thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth.
This is the key that people need to understand. Who is the fourth kingdom? You know who the fourth kingdom is?
I mean, I can't say, but I'm gonna just guess that it's the Roman Empire.
There you got it, bro. The Roman Empire is the fourth kingdom. And go ahead and read it on through. I just wanted you to read it again. Go ahead and start again in verse 23 and read it on through.
I thought it was let me go back.
Daniel 7:23.
Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms.
Different.
Devour the whole earth, and shall trim it down and break it in pieces.
So you see, he said the fourth kingdom, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, and it should devour the whole earth. This is the reason why we think the way we think, and we've been taught what we've been taught. The Roman Empire is what we're in now, but we got to put things back in order. It's our job. Israel is got, when you read up here 21, when it says, I beheld, and the same horn, which is power, made war with the saints. We're the saints. We're the saints. We just didn't know it, but we are the saints. Those who was in servitude, those who have been put under bondage, those who has been hated. We are awakening in this day and time. And it says, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them, prevailed against us. Until the Ancient of Days came. That's the law and the spirit of Yah coming upon us right now. What we're reading right now is talking about the Ancient of Days, which is the beginning of time when the Father made everything in the beginning. And judgment was given to the saints, and that has happened 2020. The judgment was given all over the earth of the Most High, and the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. That time is coming as we awaken. As we awaken, that time is coming, and that time is happening right now. The reason why we have this conversation, my beloved brother, is because that time is the time for the awakening to happen, for people to see the truth, understand the truth, and walk in the truth, and turn things back in its correct order. Because as long as we leave it in the Romans' hands, everything will still stay chaos.
No, that's a fact. But now let's get back to the clock, though.
Okay, great. So that's understood. You got that.
Yeah.
So now we understand that the Romans changed everything, right?
Oh, no doubt. That's not even. I mean, everybody on here, I think, should have a great understanding of that already.
Right. I mainly wanted to go there so people can see that clearly and understand who did it, which is the Romans. And it even said it should be given into his hand for a time.
Well, yeah, that's why we got to clear up with the.
There you go.
That's why we already trying to block.
There you go. So the understanding to the time, huh?
I said that should be understood by us talking about the clock.
Exactly. Okay. So now, if we understanding the time, if right here in verse 19, in Genesis 1:19, back to Genesis 1:19, it says, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. It didn't say the evening was a part of the night. The Father said the evening was a part of the day. Now let's go to 16. Verse 16, it says, and Yah made two.
Hold on. But we got to remember, didn't it say in the beginning that a day is divided into parts?
That's what we're about to go to right now.
Wait, no. But you saying that the evening and the morning, that the evening is not a part of the, what you say, it's not a part of the day?
No, I said evening and morning is part of the day. You got two parts.
Nah, but you said something about, what you just say before that? That's why I brought up, you said morning is not a part of the day?
No, I said morning is the first part of the day.
And evening is not a part of the night?
Morning is not, no, evening is not a part of the night. It don't say, right here on verse 19, it said the evening and the morning was the fourth day.
But when a day considered two parts, night is part of a day, right?
No. Go over here and read verse 16. What does
Nights are something completely different from days?
what does verse 16 say? Genesis 1:16 say what?
And God made two great lakes. Great lights. I think that's where we get lost though, bro. If evening and morning are not part of the night, where does the night even come in?
That's what we're going to get to in a few moments. Read verse 16.
I think that evening and night.
Don't think.
No. But I'm telling you what I think. We can clear up what I think.
Okay.
What really is. I can say what I think.
Okay.
We are trying to get to a point. This is what are in people's heads. So what they think is what's in people's heads. So this is what I'm saying. It's important to speak what we think. What we think is most times is that evening and night are synonymous. But you're saying you can show that it's not right now with what we about to do.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to it.
Exactly. Now, read 16.
Y'all just read that. It says that, and God made two great lights, the great light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night.
Okay, hold it. The greater light to do what?
To rule the day.
Oh, don't move. Don't go up there. Let's slow it down. If he said the greater light to rule the day, what's the greater light?
That's sunlight.
That's right. So if he only said the greater light to rule the day, we ain't gonna put night in there. Night ain't even nowhere to be found. Over here, read verse 19 and don't even say fourth. Don't even say fourth. Just read 19 without the word fourth.
And the evening and the morning were the day.
There you go. You get it?
No, I don't, because you gotta go like you said, it's 24 hours, right?
No. You put more there. What does this say? This said the evening and the morning was the what?
The fourth day.
Not fourth. Don't even say fourth. Because all of them is just numbered off. The evening and the morning was a what? D-A-Y.
Oh, just you saying leave out the fourth and just read day.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
See-
but yeah, let's keep going because I'm still trying to figure
Okay. Listen at this. The evening is the latter part of the day. The morning is the first part of the day. It's just never said evening till the morning. This is where people are confused at because they're not going by what the word. Right. But
At eighth grade, I was reading at a freshman college level in the eighth grade when I took the test. So I read way beyond my comprehension and it's confusing.
okay, we're not going with reading.
With a very low comprehension.
Okay, we're not going with reading. We going about what it say. I'm not. You can read all day long and come up with something different, but what does it say?
Well, I'm reading what it says. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, if it's saying.
But you understand it. You can't just read something and not understand it.
Okay, but many people read stuff and don't have an understanding because right now, as long as it be put like this, you got.
Trying to comprehend what you read is what I'm saying.
And that's all I'm saying. You got two halves. He said, this is what people are not doing.
The words, and if I don't know what they mean, like remember when we stopped and like when I asked you what does Latin mean and all that, I can read the word out, but if I don't understand what it means and can comprehend the context of what it's saying, it doesn't make a point to even read. You get what I'm saying? So
I know exactly what you're saying, but the point, but what I'm saying is people overlook and making it harder than what it is.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's not that people make it harder than what it is. It actually is a little bit confusing.
Okay.
Especially, and you already programmed, so you can't just say that maybe for you it's not as deep, but you can't speak for everyone.
I'm not. Listen, let's slow it down. I'm trying to get people to understand. Let's do this. The word day only means the greater light. Okay, the greater light is the sun. I'm doing it in layman's and making it as simple as I can. We ain't looking at the moon, meaning we're not looking at darkness. And just like we just read, and the evening and the morning were the day. Take out fourth. If I turned it around and said, and the morning and the evening was a day, people would get it right there. Oh, okay, the morning first, the evening second. But just because it said the evening and the morning,
You should even make it pointed out that yes, it might seem confusing, so you have to look at it like this. Yes.
and that's the reason why I'm saying it the way I'm saying, because if I say take fourth out and just over here in 16, it says, and God made two great lights, the greater light, which is we call the sun, to rule the day for greater light, and the lesser light to rule the night. The night is darkness. And he made stars also. But the point is, the stars is at night. The key is day.
Wait, hold on. The star is in the daytime too because the sun continues to be a star.
But all he said was, and he made stars also. That have nothing to do according to the lesser light and the greater light. You see what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but no, when you say that stars are only at nighttime,
I never said that.
okay, yeah.
I didn't say that. Because I seen the stars during the daylight as well. What I'm saying is he made stars also. That's what it say. I didn't say nothing about he only did it at night. All I'm saying is the lesser light is for night. The greater light is for the day. And every time here in verse 19, you never see night there. It only said the evening and the morning is the day. That's it.
So now that that's clear, where do we know where the day night?
Night is after the sun go down. Now you have 12 hours of night.
Okay, so where do they begin and end at?
There you go. If we got the beginning of night, when the sun go down, that's the beginning of the next cycle for the 24 hours.
Wait, no, don't use cycle
It ends at sundown the following day.
Which is usually, because we've been using time so far, like 6 a.m. is break day. Like you said, noon is the
The middle of the day.
middle of the day, the evening, middle of the evening was 3 o'clock. So yeah, so what time does night start?
Night starts at after the sun go down. That's the beginning. That's the beginning.
Like a lot of people, like you saying, they say that that's evening when the sun goes down, but that's not evening.
Exactly. It's not evening. We just found out evening is a part of the day, not the night.
Okay, so right. So we gotta keep using all of the things we use to teach.
Right. Now let me ask you a question. You right now, you in New York, right?
Same time as Detroit.
Okay, great. But my question to you is this. You in New York right now, right?
Yep, the same time frame as yours.
What time is it?
I gotta look at the clock. It's 10:35.
Okay, 10:35. What would you say this is right now? Would you say this is evening? Would you say this is night, day? What would you call it?
Now, like if I watch the news, I hear them say the 10 o'clock evening news all the time.
Okay, forget them. That's the Roman government. Forget the Roman government. We try to put things in order.
The reason I'm using these terms is because we gotta get people to see it too. Because this is what they use also.
I know, my brother. I know, but see, the point is,
what you're trying to point out is that I'm trying to get people listening to also hear where you know what I mean.
But this is the reason why I'm saying this, because everybody who's already on the world clock of the Roman Empire already understand where we at. That's why I asked you what time it is now. What you said is about 10:30, same time here in Detroit, same time where you at in New York, same time. 10:30. Still, people would say this is 10 o'clock in the evening. That's what people would say.
Some people will say at night. It depends because.
But hold on. You're correct. It is 10 o'clock at night. But you see what I'm saying? But look how they're using the words. Evening is not night. Evening is the day.
All right, hold on, too. I'm about to look up the word evening just to get a definition of what, because a lot of people, again, they go, remember when we be looking up etymology, we be going to our.
Go ahead and look it up, and let's see who wrote it. Look it up in the etymology dictionary.
Look up etymology. Let's look that up.
Etymology dictionary.
Etymology.
See, what happened is, we got to understand the Roman government.
Old English from dusk falling, a time around sunset.
Say what? Say that again.
It's the Old English is words of from, a frame. It's got all of these different Old English. A frame, evening. Old English from dusk falling, the time around sunset. From a friend, approach evening. From a friend, see even. Now it says see even. In the word etymology for even, Germanic, a friend, infant. So infant, but yeah, now I want to look up the regular definition. It's called words.
I'm listening.
I know, I'm trying. Now it says evening, the period of time at the end of the day, usually from about 6 p.m. to bedtime. It was 7, and then they give a sentence. It was 7 o'clock. So in the morning.
But they said evening was when?
It just says approach evening, dusk fall, the time around sunset.
That's the end of the evening.
So when the sun sets, they're saying that is evening.
It is evening. It's the sunset. You still see the sun. It's setting. It didn't say it was night.
No, it don't say nothing night.
And that's what I'm getting at. Night is darkness.
Well, you know what? There's a word. You know how they got synonymous words? They got end of day, twilight, dusk, night, sunset, sundown, eventide, even fall, nightfall. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that all these terms that you use, nightfall,
Dusk, right. That's the end. Just like you got the breaking of day, the end of the evening is the breaking of night. That's the end of the evening. Then you have night.
Now, night, it says night, the period of darkness in each 24 hours.
Wait a minute. Ho, say what?
Hold on. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Yeah, I was up. If you just listen, I was going to say everything.
I'm listening.
The period of darkness in each 24 hours, the time from sunset to sunrise.
Sunset to sunrise. Actually, it's sundown to sunrise. That's night.
I thought we just said that dusk is the same as sunset or sun.
Dusk is, but when the sun goes down, that's when it's dark, meaning night. It's right here in the scriptures. The scriptures tell you the exact same thing, but people don't see it.
Sunset.
The sunset. Let me ask you a question.
Night, it says night is the period of darkness in each 24 hours, the time from sunset to sunrise.
Okay, listen at the difference. Let me ask you a question. When the sun is setting, can you still see the sun?
No, because it's already set. That's like when your grandma says sit down or set something on the table, it's already set. It's there, it's done. The sun has set, it's gone.
So you telling me when the sun is sitting like this?
Oh, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm not looking at your camera.
Okay. When the sun is setting, everybody know when the sun set is setting like this. You see half the sun. That's sunset. What is dusk? What is dusk?
Oh, now I gotta read that one.
Read dusk and see what that is. And then read twilight.
Dusk. The darker stage of twilight.
Say that again.
Dusk is the darker stage of twilight.
Yep. That's the ending of the evening.
All right, now twilight, it says the period of the evening when twilight takes place between daylight and darkness.
That's what I'm saying. Now, how sunset gonna be darkness when the sun is still setting, but the twilight is after the sunset?
Yeah, it's too many words for this.
But now you understand what I'm saying?
What I understand is this is confusing because there's 1,000 different ways to say
But that's the reason why we're reading the Roman literature.
Yeah.
The Creator has given us everything you need right here to see things clearly. But we're reading Roman literature because they got everything twisted. They got people starting a new day in the middle of the night when you can't start a day in the middle of the night because day and night is not at the same time.
And that's why I'm trying to get clear because, like you said, the whole reason we got to this because we're trying to figure out the Shabbat, the time. So
We're going to get there. Matter of fact, we're going to get there in part 2 in a few minutes. Hold on. But let's make sure. I want to make sure that I'm trying to give the understanding in verse 16 and verse 19. Verse 16 said, and God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day. We find out the day is the evening and the morning. The evening is from noonday till twilight. That's
what's twilight time though? Because you use noonday, as noon is 12 noon. Most people understand that.
that's the beginning of evening.
So what's twilight? What time is it?
Twilight is the last point. Just like when you got the breaking of day, you got the ending of the day. That's twilight. That's just before you start to see the sun and twilight, and just before the complete darkness come in, then you have night. Twilight is the end, the complete end of the day.
Now give us some more words that other people might use, so in case you get confused.
I got you. Let me give you a break. Let me give you a breakdown. Let me give you a breakdown of full day real quick. I'm giving you an understanding of the full day. You got the breaking of day, which is when the light. You could say that another point of twilight on the opposite end, meaning when the breaking of day starts. That's the morning to noon. Noon is the end of the morning and the beginning of evening. That's why a lot of times you see in the scripture when it said, and when the sun was going down, That's the beginning of evening, and it starts to go down. Then as it goes down, it gets to the middle of evening, which is 3 o'clock. Then you get to late evening. Then you get to sunset. After sunset, now you get to dusk and twilight. Then you have darkness. Now you're starting a new cycle for 12 hours of darkness, which is the middle of the night, which the Romans gave the world and said this is the new day, but they've got the other half of the night, which is what we're in right now. We're in night right now. But the news media and the world says this is 10 o'clock in the evening. That's what the world say. But we're not of the world because we're coming out of the world and we're putting things in order. By putting things in, I smell that skunk out there, boy. I left my front door open. But when we put things in order, we have to see things for what they are. We have been confused by the Roman Empire for so long till we can't even see what the scriptures actually say. So this is the reason why I say, not me, the scripture says, and the evening and the morning. A lot of people looking at it like, and the evening till the morning. It don't say the evening till the morning, which is from the evening through the night till the, it don't say that. It says the evening and the morning is a day.
Right, but we trying to figure out what the night is, though. Now.
The night is darkness. The night is after you go from when the darkness.
It's not pointing that out, though, like how it's clearly saying, and the evening and the morning were the fifth day, and the evening and the morning is the fourth day. Like, why is it not saying this is the first, the third night, the fourth night? Is this like why?
Because they talk, he's specifically talking about the days.
So where can we get to see about the night, though?
Right there in verse 14, 15, and 16. 17, right there tells you when he made the two lights. He gave you the understanding of the two lights. One light for the day, one light for the night. The light for the night is what we call the moon.
Why is he so descriptive about the evening and the morning is the fourth day, but not as descriptive about the night? Like he only talk about it once. He only mentioned the night right there, and that's it.
So let me ask you a question. If he talk about the day, but he recognized the night, don't we have a night every cycle?
Yeah, but he giving all of these words like morning and evening and all of this. Why is it not seeing twilight and sunset and dusk or whatever?
Because that's not what he said. When he only gave you a complete understanding by saying the day. Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question then.
Hold on. Some man, King James, took his version and put it. So this is not. We can't even say that this is exactly the word of the creator because someone translated it and omitted stuff and changed stuff and edited. So we cannot even say that it's exactly said like this. But yeah, okay.
So then let me ask you a question. So you actually saying that night? He gave you simple, said what's night and what's day.
I mean, it's not that simple, but yeah, because I'm very confused and I understand.
But the point is, we're using words that's not there. That's what I had to tell that brother. He kept using words that's not there. When you read the words right there, it tells you plainly. Just like in verse 19.
Yeah, how we know he did? The King James didn't leave something that's missing.
Because King James is everything.
Remember this too. English is, remember how you were saying it's no J and no Jesus?
That's right.
The English language is the youngest, newest language on
I tell you what, look it up in Hebrew.
Hold on. So when the times of the Creator was around, English wasn't even a language. So none of these words are even.
Look it up in Hebrew.
Yeah, we need a Hebrew. Yeah, I need.
I'm telling you what it says in Hebrew. I know what it says in Hebrew.
And even that is not the oldest language. There's even older languages.
But even though, what's the language that has taken over the world right now?
English.
Thank you. And who gave the English?
Well, it ain't even English. It's Latin. All of these words.
Even though it's Latin is of the English language because they're the one who gave the etymology dictionary.
Right. So all of these words come from Latin.
And even though it comes from Latin, English, whatever you want to call it, and we're speaking that, even though the Creator has given us understanding to know the difference. Twilight don't have to be in there because you'll be more confused than we is now. Dusk don't have to be in there because you'll be more confused than we are now. He only gave you 2 points. day and night. The Father's not the author of
If you're
confusion.
giving us 2 points, then evening and morning gotta be day and night.
Well, then why does it right here, if evening and morning gotta be day and night, why does here it says evening and morning was the day?
Because the day is divided into 2 parts.
What's the 2 parts?
The 24 hours, 12 and 12.
Okay, who gave 24
So
hours?
it's 12 hours of evening, which is night, and 12 hours of morning, which is day.
Who gave the 24 hours?
The 24,896 circumference of the earth that it takes to turn around the earth.
But who gave the 24 hours?
I mean, that's the circumference of the planet.
Okay, let me ask you, do you go by the 24-hour cycle, clock, or do you go by the 12-hour clock?
By the measurement of the planet rotates because it's 24,896 miles around the whole entire circumference of the planet.
How do you know that?
Because it's been measured.
Who measured it?
You can do it through mathematics.
Who measured it?
Because that's how long it takes for the sun to go around and get another 12 hours.
Who? Wait a minute, hold on. So if that's the case, then how come we have so many seasons?
Seasons got nothing to do.
Yes, it do.
Hold on. The time, even through a season, a day is the same, but the time, the light might change, but it's still a 12-12.
Really?
No, it goes like you have the solstice where you get shortest day at night.
Exactly. So then, okay, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Well. Let me ask you a question. Since we're talking, if you get a shorter day, how do you know if you get a shorter day? How can you get 12 hours in a shorter day if the day is shorter? How can you cannot do that? You cannot. If from one, see right now, if you're talking mathematics, let's talk mathematics now.
Listen to what I'm saying. You can calm down first of all. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
It takes, period, 24 hours for the earth to rotate one full time.
That we know of.
I'm not done. Let me finish. No matter how much day or night, it takes 4 hours rotation. You get what I'm saying? It takes 365 days for the earth to go around the sun. But I'm saying for the earth to spin one full rotation, back to this point where it was at, like right now, for it to go from 10:35 right now to the next 10:35, it takes 24 hours. Now the amount of day and light, yes, it changes based on the Earth's axis tilted, and that's why you have different seasons. But nonetheless, it will always take 24 hours for the Earth to rotate one full rotation. And so that's why it says a day is 24 hours, because it takes you one day to go spin one cycle. For the Earth to spin one full cycle, rotate, it takes 24 hours, regardless of how much day or light you get wherever you at. Because there's some places on the Earth that get a lot of sun all the time.
I agree. I'm with you.
Like that. So what I'm saying is, but nonetheless, it always will take the Earth 24 hours to do a full rotation. And so that's what makes a day. And a night, because it's 24 hours. And so if it's 12-12, right, no matter how much day and night like you get. Now, yeah, we can go according to, like, when it comes to doing the actual ritual of preparing your meals, when the nightfall comes and the sun sets and all of that, yeah, you might start your actual religious Jewish preparation of the meal once the night falls and all of that, you count it by that. But the actual earth time never changes. It's always a 24-hour for the whole earth to spin.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Why every so many years we have 29 days in February?
That's because it's the earth, the calendar, that's like that is. It's 366 days and some every 4 years.
How is that?
The science on that, I read it and I don't have it memorized. I don't have it on cap, meaning I don't have it down pat in my mind. But then we can look that up if you want me to stop and look that up.
Oh, no. I'm just asking you a couple of questions because
I know it and I've read it, but it's like I can't retain.
how many months do we have in a year?
12.
We actually have 13.
I mean, that's
No, we have 13 months.
that's debatable. I mean, we have 12 right now.
No, but now you see what I'm saying? But you see how far hold on, I just let you share. Well, hold on, I let you share your point of view.
You talking about the 24-hour period?
No. Because if you want to put everything into it, we're gonna put everything into it. Because we trying to go for. I try to make it simple, but we went from 24 hours to 365 days to 12 months. And then that's the reason why you speak. Well, let me finish. No, you just got through speaking, G1. Now I want to ask a question because I'm asking you about the 29 days in February, and not only that, why do they add the clock up in the fall?
No.
And I mean in the spring, and then they fall back in the.
More daylight and nightlight only. That's it.
Why do they go back an hour and up an hour?
It's called daylight savings.
Why do they call it that?
So they can get another hour.
Who is they?
You and I, the people. So
No, you ain't understanding what I'm getting at, though. You ain't understanding what I'm saying. The key is this: they have to change stuff. They have changed stuff. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. They changed it. The Creator never changed everything. That's why it says in Scripture, they shall think to change times and laws. The Scripture.
Like you said, according to them having one extra day in the 13 months, is today really Sunday? Then we don't know.
We do know. You know why we know? Because the Creator ain't. Listen, the Creator has everything still in order. That's the reason why I said what you read earlier. They shall think to change times and laws. They can't change the time. No different than.
What I just said then remains the same, that it still takes 24 hours for the earth to spin. So that has never changed. Regardless to them.
We don't know that though, brother. We don't. And you know why we don't know it? Because you know why we don't know it? We're going by the time that they set up for us. We're going by the time that, like I said.
I'm talking about the sun and the moon. We can skip the clock. We can look strictly at the sun and the moon and count how long it takes to see it go down, come up on your own. We can do this on our own.
We can do that, but yet still, every season. That's why I said these should be for seasons.
That we can do science little projects and experiments. Figure the clock and how long it takes for the earth to spin around and rotate one time.
Oh, that's all good, but that's the reason why I said these should be for seasons, signs, days, and years. The sun and the moon was put out there for days, signs, seasons.
Summertime here is wintertime over in Brazil, you know.
Of course, but that's for the season. But the whole thing I'm sharing with you is this, my brother.
That's not really a measurement of time.
But you just got through saying that we go through this whole circle. You even just saying it's 12 months in a year when it's not. It's 13 months in a year. The Romans changed 1 month. They took from 1 month. That's the reason why you have to.
One day. But why when it's 12 astrological signs? Like, well, some people say it's 13. They say they switched it.
You got your calendar? You got your calendar with you?
Yeah, I got a calendar. But there's people in astrology that say, yeah, there's a 13th sign, so yeah, there's a 13th month. That just I don't know. But mathematically, like even with the 12,000 year procession and the 25,000, I don't know, that 13 just doesn't really seem like an even number like in mathematics.
I know it don't. But see, that's the whole point. It's because of what we've been taught. No different than you talking English right now, and this ain't your language. It's what you're being taught.
I was in the sense that that's what we grew up learning, but yeah, it's like
we grew up learning it because that's what we were taught. Everything, this is the reason why I'm putting things back in order. We got to study to understand what was compared to where we're going and what we're putting back in order. See, the key is as long as we still go, we'll never get back to our full state by going with the way that they have made things for us. That's why I say if you do 28, if you 7 times 4, which is 4 months in a month, 4 weeks in a month, you get 28. And then you do 28 times You do 28 times 12 and see what you get. Then 28 times 13 and see what you'll get.
All right, let me do 28 times 13, like you said. Let's see.
It's going to come up to 364.
Yeah, but that's short. That's not just 3.
You know why it's short? That's where your hours come in at. That's where your hours come in at for your daylight saving time. That's where your other day comes in at every 2 or 3 years for that 29th day. That's where these things come at because they're taken from a day. They're taken from a month.
If we just went and used what you just said and made every day 28, there is no more leap.
Say that again.
If we added back the 13th month, then there should be no leap years.
Right. It shouldn't be no leap year.
And then the leap year is 366. But hold on, you said that. Let me get to the calculator first. 28 times 13 equals 364.
Right. But 28 times 12, you definitely won't get that much. 28 times 12, you definitely won't get that much.
Nah, because that's not what we on. You can't just make up numbers.
But we know a month actually is 28 days. 4 is 7 times 4. You got 4 weeks in a month. They took from a month and added numbers. That's why you got 30 days in 1 month. You got 30.
This made me realize I gotta get more knowledge of the older clocks, bro, of the real astronaut, because the real clock is the astrological. Like you said, the stars he put up there, the constellations.
There you go.
As you go around.
That's right.
Leo.
That's right.
Different one. Hold on, but
I'm agreeing with you.
I know that's right because that's the ultimate clock. Like,
That's right.
yeah, but these clocks right here, like you said, where's this 13th constellation in at? Like, what is the 13th?
Let me ask you something. Who gave you the 12?
If you look at all that, it's the same people that you got the Bible from, all of these other ancient civilizations.
Exactly.
They copied.
Exactly. So then what I'm asking you is this.
And if you look at all of their clocks, they don't have no 13. They gonna
Who taught us the 12?
Before the Roman, even before the Romans ever existed, all of their clocks got 12.
Who taught the 12? I'm not saying, even though we can say anything, but we know, I'm talking about who taught it. Where we at right now? Who taught it? Who said it? The Romans.
Where did the Roman get his knowledge from? He entered temples and all of the Timbuktu and all of the libraries.
They stole their knowledge.
Right, so this knowledge is older than them even.
Yes, it is.
That's where they got it from, bro. Like, it ain't that they changed up or made nothing.
And I'm not saying they didn't. Only thing I can say is I'm going by what I know that they have done. They was diverse. The Romans and the Greeks took over the whole earth.
Yeah,
And
certain things they cannot tamper with.
but that's what I'm trying to tell you. But
like it says in the teachings, they will try and attempt to change the times.
and that's what I'm trying to get you to understand what a day is.
You understand that the 12 has not been tampered with. It's the same.
As far as you know.
It's a conspiracy that is 13 because it makes
As far as you know. You only going by what you know, bro.
But I'm saying, and you too, you can't teach on the.
I've come to know what I come to know. I stand on what I know. That's why I can tell you 13 months that's why I tell you the 13 months in a year.
But listen, we just got done agreeing that the astrology clock is the ultimate clock, right?
And yeah, I agree.
So hold on. So if you agree to that, there is no 13 sign.
It is a 13 sign.
What is it?
I don't know the name, but I just looked at it a few days ago. I knew it before I left Atlanta. The world is going by what they know.
And why out of all of the ancient civilizations that have the 12 that exist before the Roman even got the Bible, before Christianity ever existed, before Bible ever existed?
I'm listening.
Why is it in there?
Why is it? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a quick question.
Maccabees, through the Mayans, through the
Quick question. My quick question to you is this. Who changed everything as you just got through reading in Daniel chapter 12? Daniel chapter 7, verse 25 and 23. Who changed everything? Who?
Roman changed everything.
Huh?
We know the Roman changed
Well, then the whole point is you only gonna be stuck where you at.
You know that there's a King James version and it is.
It don't make a difference. The point is that they changed everything even before King.
Of course,
It-
they change everything. That's automatically known. That whatever they decree, they don't want you to know because knowledge is power.
Exactly. So then the point, but yet still, I tell you, 13.
How much of riches a person get because they know that knowledge is the real power. So they keep certain stuff out the book. They took certain stuff out. Yeah, they changed certain things that you won't never even know unless you really done did the research to the ancient before them existed type sciences.
There you go.
But this is like you said, a guide to what the creator did say. Certain things is obvious that the creator put down, like you said, the laws and things like that. If you break the law, then you wonder why people suffer.
We going through what we going through. Exactly.
Exactly. But that's the law that no matter what they write, whatever King James version, New International version, certain things will never change.
So, with what you saying,
They constantly tampering and changing.
what you're saying, the laws.
Back to the clock though, the whole reason we saying this is because that I'm saying that I look at right now because it says that he gave the greater day and the greater night, which is the sunlight and the stars and the moonlight. It's the light at night. You can see if you're out in the country and it's mad dark, the only light you're gonna get from is the stars and the moon reflecting. That's it. And the moon don't got its own light. It's reflecting the sunlight.
Yeah. But in the book, it doesn't even talk about the reflect. We can say reflect no matter what. We just know
Is that the moon don't glow on its own without
it doesn't make a difference. It don't even make a difference. See, we put too much into stuff that we.
the spookism out of it.
It don't even make a difference, bro.
It's not a mystery.
It doesn't make a difference, though.
Because a lot of people just think, oh, the moon
It doesn't make a difference.
is a science to it.
It doesn't make a
They
difference.
do because this is the stuff that he keeping from you that you don't know.
No. What I'm saying is this.
What does make a difference?
No. What I'm saying when it comes to learning this information,
A lot of people thought the moon was cheese and all kind of crazy shit. It's not.
we know it. But who taught that? See, the whole thing is what you've been taught and what.
Reflects off of the moonlight, and that's where you see it at nighttime.
So the whole thing is,
The moon at nighttime.
but the bottom line is this: the greater light for the day, the lesser light for the night.
Yeah, he created these heavenly bodies. The moon, yes, he made it so you'd be able to see.
And you know what? And that's the bottom line. The whole thing is people make it more harder than what it is. And that's why we had this long conversation.
I see it as the nighttime, when it says morning is the day, and those are the two separations.
It says the evening and the morning is the day. I never heard anybody say 3 o'clock in the morning.
Now a day is a whole 24-hour day.
That's what you were taught. A day. You don't see anything here saying a day is a 24-hour day. You don't see nothing in here say a day is 24 hours. You see two parts. You see division. You see, what does divide mean? What's the divide? What does divide mean?
Divide means by two.
Okay, if it's two parts, if it's two.
And a clock, if you look at the watch, they got 12 hours and another 12 hours. That's two parts, 2 and 2. 2 and 2 is 12, 12 and 12 is 24. Now, it's not necessarily each day due to the seasons, 12 hours of daylight or 12 exactly hours of nightlight only because of the earth tilt for the axis and the seasons we go through.
How many people know
But
that?
there's a point in time where there is exactly 12, 12.
How many people know that?
So that's, I mean, if we study it, if we're trying to get to the truth, you will get
How many people know that?
I know it.
Now it's just been individual. How many people know what you're talking about?
A lot of gardeners, a lot of.
How many people? I mean, I'm talking about the world.
If you want me to give you the exact number, no, I don't know where
Okay, now let me ask you something.
a lot of people that know this.
Okay, everybody know ABC 1 2. Everybody know ABC 1 2 3, right?
No, everybody don't know that. It's people that don't know the ABCs and 1, 2, 3.
They can talk it though, can't they? They know what they saying, don't they?
No, there's people that's illiterate and they just repeating, going and mimicking. They mimicking what they doing others.
Exactly. And what are we doing right now?
I'm dealing with what I know.
No, you're dealing with what you've been taught. See, you know what you've been taught. You know what? I'm gonna share something with you. I knew what I was taught until I come to know better. It's a lot of stuff that, and you know what? I knew Jesus at one time. I knew Jesus was supposed to die for the world.
Hold on. All right, I'm about to crush everything you just said right now. Listen.
Wait a minute, hold it before you do that. Wait, because we're going 2 hours in. I need you to hold that because we're going 2 hours in. I need.
What I'm about to say is very simple.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hemispheres on the planet, right?
Say again.
Listen very clear, right? It's a western hemisphere and an eastern hemisphere. Each side is approximately, not always exactly, 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of nightlight. But it takes, like I said, for one full rotation, for the eastern hemisphere to go back all the way around, back to the point where it started, takes 24 hours, right? And so that's the division, 12, 12. That just kills it right there. Now, each side don't always get exactly 12 hours of light and 12 hours of night, but it do take exactly, each side gets 12 and 12. So that right there automatically moves. But go ahead.
I'm going to come back with part 2 in a few minutes because we 2 hours in part 1. But I want to ask you a question in a few seconds on that same note. But hey, I love the conversation.
Bro, we got to debate. It's not that.
Hey, I'm not debating. My whole thing is,
I don't see that evening is not that nighttime.
I know you don't.
Because he keep going to the 4th day and the 5th day by saying morning and evening. So if it's 2 parts to make a whole 124-hour, which is considered a day, right? To go from one day to the next day, to the next, to the 7th, to the 8th, to the 10th, it takes you go 24 hours before it gets to the next calendar date. No matter where there's the Roman calendar, your calendar, the Asiatic calendar, the Chinese calendar, it's going to take you a 24-hour period. You can't just jump. It ain't a new day just because 2 hours go past. So, okay. So, basically, if you just going off seconds and times and minutes, forget the day and the night light and all of the sun, whether how much sun you see. Because in Alaska, it's 6 months of no sun.
Exactly. I'm going to get to that.
How do they count days?
Exactly.
All right, so boom, we got to use 24 hours then when we up here, because you can't even go by the sun or the daylight. So I'm already killing what you're trying to tell me in the sense that only a evening and the morning is all one day. It's not. Evening, they put that, and how I'm looking at it, and it ain't me trying to give it my word, is that if he just said that I'm giving you a greater light and a greater...
Exactly. That's all, and that's all he said. See, wait, hold on. Since you said that, see, that's why listen, this is gonna be going on for hours. We're almost 2 hours in. Let's jump back on here. Hold your thought. I'm gonna let you start back off in part 2. So I want to just go ahead and go to part 2 right now because we are an hour and 58 minutes in part 1. So I didn't think this was gonna go this long. Hey, but we got to look at this. A lot of people, some people will not even sit up and listen to this long. Maybe so, but we're going to find out. We get back to part 2 in a few minutes. So love you, brother. Hold your point. For everybody else that's coming in, which is the great conversation night, which is open conversation, which I'm glad we're here. I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1 to 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you living in the new, this is for you. I'm the same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwelled, who deceived the whole world but prevailed not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see, that Mikael is really me. We'll be right back with part 2. And if anybody get in contact with me, my direct number is, you can text or call me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. My email is lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. Also, my YouTube and my Twitter is JuicePro. X Twitter is JuicePro33. That's JuicePro33. And my Patreon and my Patreon and my Rumble is /LKHY. Where so let me pause you, and we'll be right back with part two. Everybody, hope you come on back to. Peace. Recording stop. All right, let's go over here to Instagram first. I'd like to thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. This is part one. In the part one, we'll be back with part two. I don't know, light and dark, day and night, what have you. We'll be right back. Peace. All right. Here we go. And over here on Facebook, I thank for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. We'll be right back with part two in a few moments. Okay, I got 31%. Be right back. Peace. Okay, Facebook. Come on now. Well, since we waiting on you, Facebook, we there we go. And YouTube Live. We'll be right back with part two in a few moments. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. We'll be right back with part two in a few moments. Love you, appreciate you. I think he's still focused on the Roman Virgin. Well, there's Robert Craig. We'll be right back in a few moments. Peace.